what do you call that? The title of the hackathon is Godamla 2.0 Smart ID Hackathon. We welcome everyone for this briefing session, right? This is the beginning of this hackathon session. So today's session, we are going to go through the details of the hackathon. I hope everyone has gone through the dates, right? When are the key dates in terms of submission, in terms of mentoring, the judging, and of course the final, which is supposed to happen on January 10th. Right, so today we are going to go through the details, and of course there is prize money, interesting prize money. Apart from prize money, we also have what do you call that? A lot of industry mentors here who would come in and guide you guys towards the hackathon. And of course, there's certificates and also experience, of course, doing industry projects. So what do you call that? First of all, I would like to welcome everyone. I would also like to welcome our guest here from NextG, Encik Anwar, who's the Deputy CEO of NextG. And first of all, let me thank all our sponsors and partners. So our title sponsor, NextG, our other track sponsors, SecureMetrics, City Apps, CyberView, Finexus, and also our ecosystem partners like USM, UPNM, Cradle, and also University Malaya's Mechanical Engineering Association. So these are all the partners. We are all coming together and running this hackathon. I hope everybody will have a good time participating in this hackathon. So without further ado, let me pass this through the session. Before that, let me just go through what's going to happen. My partner Hong Bin, he will run through the hackathon details, and then after that we will go through the sponsor session, and then we will have a one final slide where we will also show if you have any questions, what should you do, right? Meanwhile, we also have the meeting chat. If you have any question, feel free to put in the meeting chat. Okay, over to you, Hong Bin.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm Hong Bin. So I will be walking you through all of this hackathon, right? What you need to know, and what are the problem statement of this hackathon, what is the prizes, what are the timeline, and what you need to do for each and every milestone, right? So the title of this hackathon is NextG Godamla 2.0 Smart ID Hackathon, right? So the whole idea of this hackathon is what else you can do with your digital identity, right? So the biggest challenge here is reimagine digital identity. So from this big problem statement, we split now into three main problem statement, right? So the first is IDs that can unlock real services, right? So look into the current situation, you are able to use your national IDs to do a lot of things like subsidies or even to identify yourself, right? And then the second thing is how we can remove friction and fraud. Like for example, you can do KYC through your national IDs. And the third is to build for citizen and not systems, right? So the idea here is basically like what else you can do with your national IDs apart from identify you yourself as a real person. You can also do other stuff more than that. So that's the whole idea of this hackathon and this problem statement. Next, so we'll look into the three main tracks over here. See what next. So yeah, before that, right? So why this problem statement matters? So basically, we want to build a smarter futures, or what else we can even innovate our national IDs, right? So there are three key importance of these hackathons, right? First of all is we can use this national ID to access faster to the benefits, right? The national benefits like subsidies. And then second, we can able to do a lot of onboarding even faster and smarter with less error prone and also lesser fraud. And the third is to basically build a more secured and also trusted platform across the industry, no matter it is a government side or even the private sector side. So these are the key takeaways that we organizer and also sponsor hope that you young minds can give us the innovative ideas on how we can even innovate our national IDs. Next. So these are the basically the background and also introduction of what the hackathon is all about, right? And then so from this bigger problem statement, we curate three different tracks. So the first track we look into inclusivities, right? So how we can serve even more citizens with these national IDs, right? So we have different groups of people, especially the elderly, the disabled, and also people with special needs, right? So we should able to even include them for a broader reach. For example, the national schemes and whatnot. We need to able to include all different type of citizen. Ideally, 100% of the citizen are able to enjoy all the benefit through the national IDs. The second part is on innovation. So instead of just a national ID or just a card, you can able to use this card to do even more. Like maybe you can unlock your car, you can unlock your condominiums, or even you can use it to pay for your goods, right? So it's basically anything else, right? What else you can do with your national IDs? So this is the second part. You can innovate on top of it, or even you can think of any other things that you hope your national ID are able to do. And the third part is when we have so much different things encapsulate into your national IDs, you can use one card to access a lot of different things. We should able to look into the security part. So what if someone try to goddamn your ID, right? Or someone try to use your ID. So we should find a way to basically uh, detect all these fraudsters and make sure that you are the real national ID holders and you are the one who are actually performing that actions. So these are the three tracks that we are that you are able to pick, right? So ideally, one team, each of your team can only pick one tracks, right? And from that tracks, you try to innovate according to the track's objective, right? So of course, we are not bounded you to these three tracks, right? If let's say you have ideas across all these three tracks, right? Maybe your ideas span across these three different tracks. You can pick only one track that is the nearest to your idea, right? So later on, there is a form that we want you to pre-select your track so that we know, like, which mentor that we can serve you even better, right? So next. So this is basically the journey throughout this hackathon. So today is the briefing day. After today, you have basically 1 week until 12th December. By 2 p.m., you will need to submit your first round ideas, right? So this round one submission, we are not bothered to you to submit anything, but the bare minimum that you need to submit is your idea. So your idea can be just a line or just one paragraph. Of course, you can also submit your slides, your code, your MVP, your video presentation, right? So the idea here is basically we're only going to select the top 30 to go through the second round. So during this first round, we hope that you can submit as more material as possible. And then later on, we will pick out of this all submission to go through second round, right? So just for your information, we have shined about 200 teams at the moment. So we hope that all of you are able to submit uh, the, 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 the submission during round one, which is next week. And ideally, you should able to submit as many material as possible, right? So that the judge are able to judge better. And so you have higher chances to go to second round. Now, if you are selected to be going into second round, congratulations. Then we are going to have a mentor sprint. So the mentoring sprint is on 19 to 21 December. So the idea of this mentoring sprint is to basically further curate your idea to make it even more presentable, right? So during these 3 days of mentoring sprint, the top 30 teams are able to come up with a better solution, and then you are going to submit your second round submission. So during this second round submission, which is on 26th December, same time, 2 p.m., you need to submit all of the materials that we require, which are the videos, MVP if you have, and also the slides. So this is where, from the 30 teams, we are going to select top 9 teams to go to the finale. So the finale is on 10 January at Cyberjaya. So the top nine who is going to finale is going to pitch another round to 6 of the judges, one from each sponsors, and also one special guest. We will reveal along the way, right? So the reason of why we do this style is so that we want you to get better idea even from the very beginning. So you need to think out of the box so that your idea is going to survive multiple rounds of selection, and ideally you are able to go to the finale, right? So these are the whole journey that these hackathons will go, right? So first of all, the next immediate deadline is 12 December, 2 p.m. You need to first submit your first round ideas, right? You can submit only one paragraph or videos or slides or code, anything. Ideally, the more you submit, the better chances that you are going to move to second round and third round, right? So these are the whole journey, right? The timeline here is the same as in the website, right? If there are any changes, we will update in the website as well as the Telegram group. So make sure that all of your team members are in the Telegram group, right? And the Telegram group, you can just shoot any questions. We will answer all of the questions that you have so far. Okay, so next. Now, your round one submission is basically your pre-ideas, right? You already have your ideas, right? Maybe you are still in the beginning stage, but you already have this idea and you think that, this idea is going to score you to the second round. So ideally, if you are this type of team, you should be able to have a pitch deck, right? So even though we said we need pitch deck, 5-minute demo video, GitHub or prototype link, all of these are optionals, right? But ideally, the more you submit, the higher chances you are able to move to the second round, right? So my suggestion is please at least submit one pitch deck, right? So the pitch deck shouldn't be too long, 7 or 8 slides will do. Basically saying your problem statement, what is your ideas, and why your ideas matter. And then, if possible, add in a prototype link, right? With all the vibe coding tools, you should be able to come up with your ideas with all those tools, right? So we hope to see more uh, materials that you submit during round one. Okay, next. Okay, so how are we going to judge all of the submission, right? So we are going to judge based on 4 pillars. The first, of course, is innovation. How innovate your idea is, how good your idea is, how special your idea is. The second is feasibilities, right? Even though your idea is very out of the box, you also need to think how you can make this product to real life, right? How, let's say, for example, me as a user can benefit from your innovation. The third is citizen impact. Now, once you have the ideas, you also need to think even broader. So how your idea is able to help all of the all of the citizens in a specific nations, for example, right? And then of course, presentation qualities, right? So this is where I said the more you submit, the higher chance you're going to, because you have more way to convey your message to the judges, right? So this is where the 4 pillars that we are going to use throughout all of the submission, even during your round one, round two, and even finale. We will judge according to these 4 pillars. Okay. Now, so before we officially start the first round of submission and also the whole hackathon, we need to tell you some of the terms of these hackathons, right? As usual, we need to get your consents to collect your name, email, and also phone numbers, right? We only collect this so that we are able to communicate with you, so that we can email you updates, so that you can send us ideas, you can send us the slides. The second is house rule and terms of conducts. We'll send in the document later on. So basically, the whole idea here is make sure that there is no harassment throughout the whole competition, right? We have zero tolerance on that. Second, make sure that you agree to all of the judges' final decision, right? You can read through all the document. It's a very short document. And then third is basically IP and media release, basically saying that any idea throughout these hackathons are going to be the organizers and the sponsors. Next. So these are the prizes and awards. It's the same as the website. So for each track, we will select top 3 for the finale. So you're going to have first and second and third prizes for each tracks, and they are going to be 1,500, 1,000, and so 500s. Next. So your next move is make sure that you are finalizing your team and also your track, right? So later on, we'll send out another link for you to fill in. So this is basically you are finalizing your team, right? Up to now, you can also add your teammates, right? I do receive a few of the inquiries saying that, you want to add more team members. Yes, you can do that. So later on, we will send you another form for you to fill up. This is where you can finalize your team, even your team name and also your team members. Second, make sure that you submit before deadline, which is the first round, which is going to be next week, 12th December by 2 p.m., right? And then third, make sure that you look out for the top 30 announcement to make sure that you are in the top 30. We'll send out emails. We also will contact you via Telegram. And then later on, if you are selected for top 30, make sure that you prepare for mentoring sprint, right? Basically, you need to find time so that you're able to catch your mentors. Next, so these are the forms that we need you. So your immediate action at the moment is all of you, including your team members, team leaders, make sure that you sign up the participant agreement form. So this is where I need you to read through the 2 documents inside this form, the PDPA and also the terms and conditions of this hackathon, right? Second is for team leaders only, the track selection. So this is where you can pre-select your track and then fill in your team members' detail again, right? So make sure that you already finalize your team and then you submit once again in this form and there will be no changes after that. Third is from now until 12th December, you can submit your idea, slides, video, whatsoever in the first round submission form, right? And the fourth QR code is basically the Telegram link. If you haven't joined the Telegram group, please join. So yeah, so that's all for this hackathon briefing, right? So basically this briefing is a very short one, basically telling you that, what is the promise statement and what we expect you to provide throughout these hackathons, right? So, yep, I'll pass back the floor to Siva.
Yeah, thank you, Hong Win. So I started seeing some questions in the meeting chat. So if you have questions, just feel free to put in your questions. So later, after this slide, we will address all these questions. Okay. So so like any other hackathons, we need sponsors, right? We need industry partners and all those stuff. So we have a couple of industry partners here. We really thank our industry partners. First of all, we have our title partner, NextG. We also have Secure Metrics, CT Apps, Cyberview, and Finexus. So we have a special guest here from NextG, Encik Anwar Abdul Hamid, who's the Deputy Chief Operating Officer of NextG. Encik Anwar is a very seasoned person who drives major national technology initiatives, especially in the digital security ecosystem, and also basically look into the national ID ecosystem and stuff. So, Encik Anwar, I would like to call you to give us a short sharing on NextG.
Thank you, Siva. Good evening, everyone. My name is Anwar. I'm here on behalf of NextG, the title sponsor of Godamla Smart ID Hackathon 2.0. I think most of you guys heard about NextG, but some of you guys may be hearing about NextG the first time. Basically, what our company does, we are a Malaysian tech company. So if you're Malaysian, chances are for you to be carrying our product by your wallet is high chances. From the Smart ID you're carrying when you're born, and then the driving license, financial cards, everything is produced by us. So basically, work behind the scene to keep the country safe and connected. So things like all the identification system, border technology, secure ID, that's our world. In short, we make sure that the system Malaysia depends on is always safe and future ready. That is why exactly this hackathon is very important to us. So even like Godamla, these are places where new idea happens. There is where young talents, people like all of you, get the chance to explore, build, and experiment. You're just not taking part in a competition, but this is a space where innovation starts. Events like this. So at NextG, we work on real national level challenges every day. But we know that the future isn't shaped by the technology alone. It's shaped by people. So by curious mind that willing to create, solve, and innovate new stuff. That's why we are here. That's why we always support programs like this. So we hope that to all the participants, make the most of it. Learn, collaborate, ask questions, learn a lot from your mentor. Don't be worry to fail. Just explore. Be bold and try new ideas. Don't worry about making any mistake. That's all part of the process. That's the beauty of the process lah. So what most important for this event that you learn, you explore, and you push yourself. So please all the participants, don't miss this chance. So on behalf of NextG, we wish you guys all the best, and we are excited to see what you guys can come up with. So thank you everyone, and enjoy yourself.
Thank you, Encik Anwar. We would like to thank again NextG for being the title sponsor for this hackathon. Right. I will also like to share a bit on the other sponsors of ours. Of course, the other sponsors will be participating in the mentoring session and also the final judging session. So Secure Metrics, they are a listed security company with clients, includes government and banks all over Southeast Asia. Right, we have company like what do you call it? The other company is City Apps. City Apps, they are an expert in telecommunication solutions. They have done a lot of communication solutions for governments and also telco operators all over the region, right? Cyberview, I'm sure everybody knows Cyberview. Cyberview is the tech park operator of Cyberjaya. They are making Cyberjaya as a not only as a living space for tech and all the stuff, but there's a lot of MNCs there and a lot of activities are happening in Cyberjaya, right? So Cyberview is the what do you call that, tech park operator here, right? And then finally, Finexus Group, the largest payment company in Malaysia, right? Most of the payments go through Finexus Group. They have about 100 over banks all over Southeast Asia as clients. So why did we bring all these great companies here? Is that so that what do you call that? You all are able to get mentorship or guidance from the experts from this industry. You will be exposed to industry problems. And lastly, there could be also opportunities for jobs and all those stuff. So these are the things that we are looking at, right? And this is my last slide. So what I would like to share here is that for this hackathon, imagine that it's a national ID, right? Be very open mind about it, right? It's don't constrain yourself about Malaysian ID, so it could be a national ID, right? And what are the things you can think of in terms of inclusivity or innovation or security, right? uh, we try to see all, we want to see all kind of different ideas from you all, right? And as Encik Anwar and Hong Bin and Shed, we want to look into your creativity and whatever you all could submit for this hackathon challenge. We will be sharing later the details of this hackathon in the emails too, right? So just participate and submit according to the timeline. So let me just repeat this timeline. So round one submission is on 12th of December, right? So that's when you have to submit for the round one. Then on 15th December, we are going to announce the top 30 finalists, shortlisted, right? There will be top 30. Then from 19th to 21st of December, there will be a mentoring sprint where we are going to bring people from the industry and our sponsors, and also some very exciting industry people, especially most of them, will come and mentor the groups so that we get to achieve whatever we want to achieve through this hackathon. And then the prototype submission will be on the 26th of December. And on the 29th, we will announce who will be the top 9 who will be coming to Cyberjaya on 10th of January to come in for the pitch day, right? So the pitch day will be a physical session. Everything else is an online. Everything else is online, right? We will be sharing all these dates, and you could also see our email there, right? info@colaxis.net. If you all have any questions, feel free to send us an email. And did I miss any question? Right? Do we get access to any APIs and all those? No, right? Are you going to integrate with existing government database and all those? No, as I said, keep your mind open. Just imagine you are doing, you are being asked to look into ideas for a national ID card. Don't constrain yourself with Malaysia, and then look into all kind of areas that you could, the ID card can be used, right? So are we allowed to mock data and all those? Yeah. No, there's no mock data and all those provided at the moment, right? Due dates, I've shared earlier. We will also share again via email, right? We will also try to get this recording shared with you all, right? So with that, we are going to end this session. And of course, we are very much open to hearing from you guys. If you all have any issues, challenges, you have the Telegram also to ask questions. You also have the emails. Feel free to ask us, and we hope to receive all your submissions, and we hope to see a lot of you all in the final event too. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
And also, if you have any question, you can always ask in Telegram or even PM me, right? I will try to address all the question, or even you can email us info@colaxis.com, .net, sorry. We will reply you as soon as possible.
Thank you. Thank you, Hong Win. Thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you again, everyone, for joining this briefing session. Bye.
Recording stopped.